Hello!
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to episode 5
of the Truth in Her podcast.
Yay! Welcome back.
Yay! We're so happy to be back, everybody.
Yes. Today we're going to be talking about time management, physical health, and recharging.
Woo woo.
As a woman, too. Because,
Definitely.
Men definitely need different things than women. But first, we wanted to start off with a special announcement.
Yep. We are going next week on our next week's podcast number 6. We will be doing a truth or drink for Maddie's birthday because her birthday is this Friday. She's turning 21. So it's going to be a really fun one, you guys. And there's a really fun twist. So we're going to be posting on our Instagram like a little question thingy. What are they called? Like a poll.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to give us the questions. The truths.
Yep, the truths. Woo, ask us everything.
Yes. Please ask us everything. You can put more than one question, controversial.
Whatever you want. If there's like personal things you want to know about us.
Anything.
Yeah, anything. We are ready. In the first episode, we said we want to be completely open, completely honest. We want to give you guys that.
Yeah.
Like
if there's a situation you need advice on.
Yep.
Or anything.
And you'll remain anonymous too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely anonymous.
Whatever you want. Whatever you guys want to know.
It'll be really fun.
Truth or drink. Whatever
it's gonna be next week. We'll probably post it. What's today?
What is today?
Tuesday.
Tuesday the 10th.
We'll probably
December
post
10th.
it like in the next few days, or maybe tonight we'll post it. But just stay updated for that, you guys.
We'll be. I think we should post about it all week.
Yeah, we'll post about it all week.
So we can, we want as many questions as possible.
Yes, definitely. So that's going to be really fun, you guys. We're super excited about that.
Really excited, a little nervous, but excited.
Yeah.
Because
are you excited for your birthday?
I don't know what they're going to ask about. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. Turning 21. It's going to be like real woman stuff now.
Real woman stuff.
Real
stuff.
Nothing holding me back. I'm viewed as a real woman then.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Now you can do everything.
Exactly. Everything.
I'm super excited. We're going to have a fun weekend.
Yeah.
So.
Really, really excited. Celebration.
And we don't even drink really, that often. So it'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
But we actually just went out and drank on Saturday. We had like a work party. And that was really fun. It was like my first time drinking in like a few months, actually.
That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Mary, I don't work there anymore, but Mary works at a deli. Mm-hmm. And I used to work there.
I'm quitting soon.
Yeah. Shamrock Deli.
I love that place, though.
Best hoagies in town.
We had a lot of fun, and we had a little bit to drink, and it was a good time, but I definitely was feeling it the next day. I was like, I'm not used to this. My body's like, what are you doing to me?
Normally, it's the other way around, too. Normally, I'm the one that's like, I cannot function right now.
Yeah.
I felt pretty good.
That's good.
Mary let me sleep in her bed.
Yeah, she slept over at my house, so we had a fun time.
Yeah, lots of fun things. We saw the movie Wicked.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
My God. It was so good. People
it was so good.
Crying and hugging at the end of it.
It was so good. I loved it. I listen to the soundtrack every day.
Yeah, there's a part 2 coming out, and me and Mary completely figured out what's gonna happen in part 2.
Yeah, I think part 2 is gonna be better, actually.
Oh, I agree with you.
I
agree with you, and it totally fits into the fandom of Wizard of Oz.
Definitely.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be from the perspective of the witches when Dorothy and stuff are going through the woods.
I think you're right.
So excited.
What if we see clips of Dorothy?
Yeah, she's probably going to be a character.
I think you're right.
Who's playing the character.
You're so right, Mary. I wonder how long. We're both like, wait a minute. Also, SZA's album's coming out, or it should be, because we can't trust her with anything.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it's been way too long.
It's been a year. And now at the bottom of her Instagram post, she said it was an SOS Deluxe, not even a whole other album.
I'm like, wait a minute. I think that's what she was going to do in the first place, and then she was like, wait a minute, I think I'm going to wait longer so I can put out more songs. Make
a real album.
But I'm still going to call it Deluxe.
Oh,
but it's called something else, so I don't even understand what she's doing.
Totally, yeah.
But hopefully the music
does
is
what
good.
she wants.
Kendrick's album is pretty good, too.
Yeah, Kendrick's album's amazing.
It's pretty good.
I love the perspective he took on it. He's like having a conversation with God.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's having a conversation about himself to God.
Interesting.
And it's like God, like, telling him, like, I know your heart.
Yeah.
I know who you are.
That's sick. I like that.
And I think it's really interesting, too, because, like, I think everyone kind of understands that, too.
Yeah.
Like, they know themselves.
Yeah.
And they know that, like, when they're talking to God about themselves, they're able to, like, be like, yeah, I did mess up.
Yeah.
Because, like, God is that, like,
he'll
strong
know
person
everything
that,
about
like,
you.
Well, yeah, that will, like, yeah, exactly. And, like, he'll, like, be that strong hand that's like, hey, you should be doing this.
Yeah.
But I still love you.
Definitely.
Truly like a father.
Truly.
Truly.
Yeah, but Wicked was so good, you guys. Like, I wish I was a musical theater person in high school or something.
It's literally making me think, like, I need to be back on the big stage. Because,
oh, yeah.
Girl, get me on there.
Get me on there.
Put us back on the big stage. We're ready.
Me and you.
Literally.
We would eat up the stage.
Oh, my God, Mary. Girl.
Yeah.
We need to get up there. Because, like, we'd be unstoppable. I'm serious.
When me and Maddie get together, it's just like no limits.
Oh, yeah. we used to be in school and people would be like, are you drunk?
Yeah.
when we know we can be ourselves, like at Shamrock.
But we're not drunk at all.
Nope. Not a drop of anything in our blood. We just have the vibe. We're a good time. Okay? And yet we're still
yeah, we are.
We're still good too. We're still like, we're not like,
yeah, we're cool.
Yeah, we are cool.
Right?
You guys better agree with that. Okay, now let's get into this. Okay, so physical health, time management, and recharging.
Yes.
Let's start with time management.
Okay, time management, you guys. This is like something that is so new to us because like in high school, yes, you needed time management because like you have homework and sports and stuff, but like it was easy.
It was easy. It was week to week.
You live with your parents.
Same thing every day.
They kind of do everything for you.
Exactly.
And you didn't really think much of it. But then, like...
At least we didn't.
Yeah, at least we did not.
We were just, like, chilling and having fun.
Exactly. And then once you graduate and reach college, it's kind of like, you know, college is structured in a way where you are teaching yourself in a way, and you the classes are like an hour, and then it's like you have all this work to do on your own.
Yeah. And now it's your responsibility to get to class, know which room, know which time, like, and
your responsibility to schedule and do everything.
And it's not, you know, the office isn't just gonna like email you your schedule printed out.
Yeah.
And you're in these like these 5 different rooms every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like call your mom when you don't show up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we're adults.
Exactly. Like nobody cares if you don't show up.
Yeah, nobody cares. And you're paying for it too.
Yeah, big money.
Yeah, like big money business.
So yeah, you're like forced to have this time management and like get there on time, be there for what you need to do. And it's really scary at first, but like I know we almost found like we ended up being like, I remember we were walking to our cars and we were like, the pressure of getting our stuff done is less than the pressure of having to catch up on it. And the pressure of like not thinking about it beforehand.
Yeah.
You know, like thinking beforehand about like the time management of everything, like just doing that and letting that like having that little like 15 minutes before your day or like that 15 minutes before your semester to get it all figured out, like really took off so much stress of like,
yes,
okay, like what's going on.
Exactly. Like you got homework and like projects and studying and you know, making it to classes and then working on top of all that, like, and
friends and family too. Yeah.
Like for a while after a little bit in like my first year of college, I was like, okay, I really learned like I made this time for schoolwork and now I'm making this time for friends and family, and I'm not going to feel guilty for not doing the other when I'm already set the time off
like
for the other one.
Yeah, like you have to really set those two apart.
Yeah, and then be like, okay, like I know I could study more, but it's time to, you know, make time for my friends or family or else I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah, and I made that promise to myself, so I'm going to stick to it.
Yeah.
Just stick to it.
And it's hard sometimes because, like, procrastination comes in, and then it's, like, you don't want to do the work. And, like, once you, like, it starts snowballing and you're like, oh, I forgot to do that. I forgot to do that.
Yep.
And the days and the time keeps moving on and time doesn't stop for you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, no. I'm in big trouble
Yeah,
now.
like, all this stuff I have to do, it's too scary. I just would rather go on my phone right now.
Yeah,
Because that's going to make me feel
snowballs,
better.
and then you got to work really hard in the end, you know?
It's better to just, like if you have a bunch of stuff to do right now, do one thing.
Yeah.
Do one thing that is mild that you can just do, and it'll put you in that place of, like, okay, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And, like, it'll be less scary of, like, 5 different tasks that you have to do that are, like, really big in your head.
Like, even for me, like, sometimes I'll have, like, 5 things to do, but I'll only have time for one. Sometimes my head will be like, oh, I don't have enough time to do it all, so I might as well just not do it at all.
Yeah.
And I'll just go on my phone.
Right.
But, like, you just do one, you know?
Or even if, like, I know I used to do the same thing where it's like, okay, I have this one thing to do, and I have a half hour, but I'm not going to be able to finish it.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to start it. I would do that so much.
All the time.
But it would, like, it would put my grade at, like, you know, and then that's when the procrastination comes in.
Oh, yeah.
And
really
I'd be
bad.
like, okay, I don't have time. Like, I'm going to have, like, I'll do it at a different time.
Yeah.
And it just didn't, you know, it never worked out.
Definitely.
Like a 10-page paper, you're not going to be able to do that in one sitting. You know,
No.
a lab report, you can't do that in one sitting.
No, you gotta start it little by little.
Chunking things helps
Chunking
so
helps.
much.
Chunking
So much
helps.
I know even sometimes I'm sitting down and, like, I'll be doing work, and, like, I've learned that, like, after 20 minutes, it's good for me to get up and, like, walk around.
Yeah.
And, like, or, like, just take a sip of water, use the bathroom, and then get back into it.
Yeah.
Like, that helps my study session. I can last way longer rather than me just sitting down and, like, doing it all right now.
Yeah.
Like, when I even start to feel my brain, like, going off on a tangent, I'm like, and I can't focus, I'm like, okay, now it's the time for a break.
Even if I'm, like, writing an essay and, like, I hate writing essays all in one day.
Yeah.
Because I feel like,
Yeah.
you know, why are you going to put all of this flow, like, your essay is just going to reflect, like, the brain
How
you
much
had that
time
day.
you spent. Yep, exactly.
But if you come in different days, you're going to be like, oh, I can fix that. And you can come in
So
with a
much more
fresh mind, like,
organized.
5 more times.
Yeah.
And then your essay's going to turn out better, and you're going to be less stressed.
And your life almost starts to reflect that, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Your life will reflect, like, it's as that same layout of the essay of, like, how balanced your life is with friends and family and work and school.
Exactly.
And then it'll, like, once you really learn how to, like, take time for yourself, stick with it, and, you know, make the right balances that are right for you, and learn, it starts to turn into this, like, beautiful thing that you feel so fulfilled by. And, like, time management can, like, we ended up loving it. We ended up being like, oh my gosh, I feel so good now.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I have control over everything. I can choose when I go to bed. I can choose when, like, you know, when I'm done doing something that is, like, tough. I can choose all these different things. I can, like, it's just so, there's so much freedom there.
It's better than a high school
It's
schedule.
liberating. It really is liberating. And it's like there's more work, but
Yeah,
it
there's more work.
really is liberating.
It
You
is.
know, that sometimes, like, that push or that knife to your back, yeah, it's a knife, but it's liberating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it makes you do something. It makes you be
Yeah.
like, oh, crap, I gotta go. Like, I gotta work.
Exactly.
And then you get your work done, and then you have time to, you know, go to the gym.
Do what you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I know I used to have issues, too, where I would just, like, work so hard throughout my entire day, and I would schedule no time to eat. Like, eat lunch specifically. And it would, like, really affect my energy levels. And I know other girls who struggle with that, too. Like, I want to urge that. Like, that's a great way to break up your day, come back into, like, a reflective, diligent mindset where you feel ready to attack anything. Like, eating can give you that energy and that space where, like, you know, specifically eating that you're not on your phone. You know, maybe you're by a window outside, slowly taking your time and being, like, coming back into your center.
Yeah.
You know, that can really help break up your day.
It definitely can. It definitely can. And, you know, along with time management comes, like, taking care of your physical health, because your physical health is so important, and that's going to also affect your mental health. Like, the time management is going to affect your mental health either way, but like you said, it's important to make sure you're, making time not only for the work that you're doing and your family and friends, but also your physical needs and, how much food you're getting and the quality of that food and
100%.
How much you're working out too. That is such a big difference.
Getting your heart moving and that blood pumping definitely affects your mental state. 100%.
Definitely.
And like, again, with that like knife to your back kind of thing, like getting up and going to the gym seems like more work, but I've definitely experienced this thing where like I go to the gym and then throughout my week, like I end up having more energy to get it done, and I feel like more of like a person. Like I genuinely feel like my spirit is better once I've like got my blood pumping.
Definitely.
And I have more energy, surprisingly enough.
More energy. I feel better. You feel stronger in your body. You feel more able.
You're so right.
Especially like being young, like in your early 20s and stuff. Like I really urge people to get in the gym younger.
I agree with you.
Because like even if you stop when you're older, I feel like that's gonna change your development in a way.
Yeah.
And it's going to really help you in the long run.
Yeah.
It's going to help you. It's gonna create healthy muscles that will that'll last long term. That health will last long term.
Definitely. It's an investment. It really is
Such an investment. Such like I feel like the 20-year-old who doesn't work it out at all versus the 20-year-old that does. I don't know. This is not scientifically proven. This is just me thinking in my head, which I probably shouldn't do that. But I just feel as though when they're older, the one that did work out when they were younger consistently is going to have a better health result.
Yeah.
What I mean?
100%. They'll live longer.
Yeah.
I think that can be scientifically proven.
I think so, too.
For sure.
Don't count me on that. But, I mean, it's just, it's good to do that. And, it really does clear your head. And even if you don't feel like it, like try to make the habit to get in there a few times a week and make time for it. Choose to make time for it.
Definitely. Choose yourself.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. Like, that's, like, just the act of going to the gym and, like, doing something that is solely for yourself, solely for, like, giving yourself that time to feel good. That, like, tells something to your inner body. It tells something to, like, wow, I would do that for myself, and that makes me feel good. Like, it just feels good because you're honoring who you want to be, and like also honoring who like you might think your future self might be too.
Exactly.
Like working towards something can really help somebody.
Exactly.
Having that like vision in your brain.
Exactly.
And going to the gym is such a good way to honor that.
I saw a quote one time and it said, if you had your own personal little human that you could, shape into whoever you want, what kind of practices and things would you have them do to become like an elite human? And
that's
you
such a good
would
way to
feed
look
them
at
the
that.
right food. You would make sure they get the most amount of exercise and peace of mind. And just think like you are that person. Like you are your own human that you're taking care of and having control over. Do that to you now, because that's literally
like this
who
is
you
reality.
are.
Like what
you have
what
control
you're
over
seeing.
yourself.
Yeah, you're so right. What you're seeing is real.
Yeah.
And like now is the time. Yeah, there's gonna be 20 years down the road, and like you're still gonna be here, but like that's not now. Now, right now is the moment.
Right now is the moment. Really excel in your mind, body, and soul, and you will be a prosperous human, prosperous, healthy human.
Definitely.
And the physical health is definitely something that is going to be required to put into your time management routine. And, you can't say, I don't have time for that, because you can always make time for things that you care about. And then kick things out that aren't serving you.
100%. 100%. There really aren't any excuses. Like you deserve to work out, and you deserve to have the highest level of achievements.
Definitely.
You deserve that.
You deserve it.
And you deserve the love that you could give. You deserve
absolutely
that, like, and that's the thing.
And it's fun too.
It's
really
so much
fun.
fun.
It's so fun.
To put on music you love, just go to the gym and like even just run. Just literally walk out your door, start running.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And if you don't know what you're doing when you get to the gym, you know, like say you like to run, that's pretty easy. It might be hard the first 2 weeks, but after the first few weeks, you know, you're going to get into a groove, I promise.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fun. It's going to be
something
easier.
you've never done before, yeah, like it literally turns into something like just like with time management. Like you fall in love with these things that look hard at first, but then they eventually like lead to your success.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's always, like, YouTube videos out there. Like, when I first got into the gym, I did not know what I was doing. So I watched a few YouTube videos, and I wrote down...
dive.
Yeah. And I wrote down,
love it.
little workouts I could do, and then
Yeah.
I went. And it really helped a lot. If you
That's
guys are
great.
looking for a YouTube channel to go on Chrissy Cella. She's a great women lifter and trainer, and she's amazing. She'll help you so much if you're starting out your workout journey.
Chrissy Cella.
Yes.
Okay.
Small business owner.
Let's go. Yeah. I know too, like, sometimes if I get up to go to the gym out of spite, like, it'll end up not working out in my favor.
Yeah.
Or if I get up to go, like, to do anything. If I'm like if I do something out of guilt or spite, I end up being like, I'll get into like this burnout cycle where like I'll be doing something, you know, or no, I'll be, say I've procrastinated something, then like I'll, you know, put something off for so long, and then I'm like, okay, this is this big thing and it has to get done. Like, then I'll work so hard on it for so long and I get burnt out. And then like, then I have to take time to rest for like a day or two. And then it all happens again because like you've taken that time to like rest, and you had to rest for so long because of how hard you just worked. And it turns into this giant cycle of like, like not being able to, you know, like that's why time management is so important with these things, because you can really get into a cycle of just like needing to work so hard and then needing to rest so hard because you went too hard. And it's important to like not do something out of spite, and then like start something when you know you feel ready, but then also end something before you're not able to, like before you're done, before you have no more gas left.
Chunk it.
Yeah, exactly.
Chunking is way better than doing that.
It's so much better. Chunking and breaking things up, and like that's so important.
Absolutely. And I think that rest period that comes after working way too hard is also like rest, but it also, for me, sometimes it feels like fear, because I'm like, I'm in like procrastination, because I'm like, okay, I just want to rest and I don't want to go back to that again because I'm scared of how it made me feel and how exhausted it made me feel.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like that again, so I'm procrastinating feeling that again, and I'm scared to go back into it because it was so exhausting.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, and that's what really gets me.
Yeah.
Like, I get scared of, like, the work I'm going to do. I'm like, no.
Yeah, and then, like, you just don't want to do it.
It feels terrible. You're just
it's
like, I don't want to do
feeling.
that again.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then you just burn out, and then you have to do it again.
Yeah.
You know?
It's literally a cycle.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
I remember I learned a term, I forget the term, but, like, in one of my psych classes, it was, like tension syndrome or something. I don't know. I forget. But yeah, burnout cycles are real.
Burnout cycles are so real, you guys.
And then I know too, like when somebody, you know, is going through a burnout cycle, it's very easy for them to pick up their phone and be like, okay, I'm just gonna rest now. And like this is gonna be my rest and my recharge moment right now, is like, oh, finally. But actually when you're going on your phone and you're doing that, like that's not real resting.
No.
And you're actually using like your subconscious energy, and you're gonna end up being more tired.
Absolutely.
You're gonna end up being...
Yeah, the social media and the scrolling, like, that's really overstimulating. You know, it's making your brain thinking about so many things at once. Like, you can watch so many videos in an hour, and all of that is just in your brain, like,
it's
rolling
like,
around.
It's like in the back of your brain, but it's not in, like, the front of your brain.
Yes.
So then there's, like, this other piece of you that's thinking about it, but you don't even know you're thinking about it. And like if it say you see something that's really bad or hurtful or like unsettling,
It's gonna stay there a
it's
little
gonna
bit.
stick there, and you're not even gonna know.
Yeah.
You know, and then you are so tired, and you're like, why do I feel so tired? Oh, maybe it's because all these things that you understand to be true, in the back of your head, you're being told they're not true, or you're being, not even just that, but you're being
energy
told
is being used
these
way
really
too much.
confusing statements,
Yeah.
or like there are people out there who put out stuff that are trying to confuse the public,
Yeah.
and you don't, it's important to like come back into reality and be like, this is what I'm seeing right now. This is the truth. And, I have to trust what I see in my everyday life, not what I see on my phone.
Right. It's important, and your energy is really a currency. And so the more you give to, I like this video, I have an opinion on that video, and I feel an emotion about this video and that video and that video.
Yep.
You're giving all of your energy away that you could be using on something else. And so sometimes if you get off your phone, you might feel tired because you're using all your energy as currency into this massive
Like a
life
hole.
sucker.
Yeah, and it doesn't
and
go anywhere.
It doesn't go anywhere, and you're really doing something with your brain by doing that.
Yeah.
And it's taking the life force out of you. Whereas if you were to, say you had some downtime and you wanted to relax, coloring is so much more
Yeah, or reading a book.
efficient. Or reading a book. Yeah.
Even if it was just like literally sitting next to a window and just like looking at
just thinking in your head.
Yeah.
Because you're not doing a million things at once, and scrolling is doing a million things at once.
It really, really is. And it like,
it draws your focus away. You're not focusing.
Yeah,
You're focusing on a book. You're focusing on something. You're learning something.
And it's not like these different sounds are playing and like images
overstimulation.
popping up. Yeah, exactly. It's really like, it's good to just.
It's important to know when we're picking up our phones.
Yeah,
and
exactly. You're not really resting when you're.
You're not
at phone.
resting.
No.
And I'm not even trust me, guys. I'm scrolling all the time. It's something I struggle with all the time. And I used to delete Instagram and Snapchat and stuff periodically for 2 weeks at a time because I get so hooked on it.
Yeah.
I get so hooked on it.
Yeah. And then I've even noticed myself going to it and not even consciously being aware of tapping on it.
Oh,
and then
too.
all of a sudden I'm in Instagram. There's actually that one trend going around of oh, my friend's dying behind me, but oh, look at this reel.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh, I forgot I have to call 911. That's such a testament to oh my god.
Exactly.
I swear there was a lawsuit against Meta about how
We're very brainwashed. Yeah. We're very dopamine addicted.
It definitely, and it's there was a lawsuit against Meta about how the constant unlimited scroll based off of our psychology is manipulating us, and it makes complete sense because we fall subject to it all the time. And it's
addictive.
It's addictive, and that's exactly what the lawsuit was about how it was addictive.
Oh, I think I heard about that.
Yeah, and it really is. It's not good for us. Attention really is currency. They want you on your phone.
It's so addictive.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I have kids, I'm not letting them on that until they're
when you're using those apps, when you're on there interacting, they're gaining money from it. They're gaining that when they have your attention on there. That's their business, is to get as many people on, as many people liking and sharing and commenting and interacting with it. And it's funny because we're about to release this on social media.
That's
and that's
true.
where people are going to see it.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
yeah.
if you are going to go on your phone,
yeah,
maybe try to be a little bit more conscious of what you're taking in.
Exactly.
And something I love doing is first of all, I don't have TikTok. I just feel there's videos on there that aren't really dedicated about learning and cooking and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, it's it really is video games and I don't know,
weird stuff.
I don't even know what's on there anymore.
Brain rot.
Yeah, exactly. So I do use Instagram, and I use it to think about what I want my who I want to be. Just with the gym, you go to the gym to decide who you want to be when in 20 years.
Yeah. Follow people you want to learn from. Follow people who you know, you want to learn from them and get some good insight from them. Like, where are you putting your attention to? What are you listening to? What are you looking at? What are you
it's
reading?
so important to get, you know, with all these topics, time management, physical health, and recharging, your attention means something. And it's valuable. It's really, really valuable,
so
your
valuable.
attention. So you have to be putting it into things that give you fruits of the Spirit. Or fruit of the Spirit, that's the verse. Fruit of the Spirit. You got to be spending it on things that are good for you.
Spend it like money.
Yeah. So,
what are you going to buy?
Exactly. Know? And then, you know, it's important to invest your attention into something. Invest it in learning. If you're really going to just go on your phone right now, do it to learn about. My one friend, I was literally talking to him on the phone last night. He was like, yeah, sometimes instead of scrolling, I'll just look up how to, like, start a credit card. And I'm like, oh, that's so smart. Like, something simple. Or, like, how to do your taxes. Which I know it's boring.
Yeah.
But
or,
if
like,
you're going to go on your phone... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And, like, that's something everybody wants to do.
Yeah.
Invest. So, like, might as well learn about it.
Yeah, go watch a YouTube video.
Yeah, and you become more yourself in a way, too, by, like, dedicating your attention to things you actually like. You're like, okay, this is who I am. It's, like, it's identity. It helps you with your identity and being like, this is who I am in my life, and this is what I want to achieve. This is who I, like, you know, it's helped me so much. I'll go on YouTube. If I'm on YouTube, I'll be learning about physics and music and, like, and these crazy, like, concepts about the psych and Carl Jung, and it's just, like, I'll leave, you know, my phone thinking about it for the next week rather than, like, having it halfway in my brain. It wasn't really that interesting.
Exactly.
But yet, like, you know, it's not something I have to think about again. Yeah. But yet it's still affecting my attention.
Or just go on a run or something, you guys. Yeah. You know, like, get really into, like, your fitness.
Take the time.
Yeah, take the time to learn something really nice. You know?
Yeah, take the deep breath.
Just one thing.
Reflect on what you're using your energy for. Because it's gonna, you know, that energy then has, like, a path. That energy, yes, you use it right there, but then what you use your energy then right there in that moment will affect the next moment. So if you invest it in, like, you know, stretching, the next day you're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel loose. You're gonna have, like, your lymph nodes open. Right now affects your next moment.
It does.
So it's kind of important to look at it as, like, this is my now. Well, how do I want to feel good right now?
Right.
And how am I going to get fruit out of what I do right now?
Absolutely. And if that's hard, because I know it, like, a lot of people are hooked on, you know, the scrolling, and then, like, other things aren't as, like, stimulating.
Yeah.
You know, just try to wean off of it little by little. Like, I have this app called ClearSpace, and you connect it to one of your apps. So I connected it to Instagram. And basically, I wasn't allowed to click on it. You can set how many times a day you want to click on it and then how many minutes you're allowed to stay on there. And when I had this app, you guys, I did not go on Instagram for more than 3 times a day.
That's amazing.
And it really helps. So if you want to do that, go on ClearSpace. It actually worked for me. So maybe it'll help somebody else, but just wean off of it little by little.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. And then, you know, once you start to make a promise to yourself in a way, and you keep, you know, honoring that promise, you start to, like, you know, make promises to yourself is easier then.
Yeah.
And then you start to know yourself better, and then you're like, okay, I know I'll, like, probably be able to spend, I'll have to spend in total 2 hours on this project. You know, how can I push and shove in this moment and be like, give myself that 2 hours, but then also, like, you know when I have to stop. Yeah. Like, and then give yourself those little moments of grace, those little moments of, you know, mercy in that way, and just be like, okay, this is what I know myself to be true.
Yeah, and you can, like, make it fun, too.
Yourself. Be honest with yourself.
Exactly.
You know, like, this is how much I can handle, so I'm going to be honest about it, and then I'm not going to take on anything else. I know totally, like, I've overplanned before and just totally, like, given myself, like, said yes to way too many things.
Right.
And then so overwhelmed. And then time management goes out the door and I have to deal with the issue right now.
Right.
And then it's like, then you get burnt out because you can't say no.
That's true.
You can't say no to certain things because you said yes. Or you do have to say no and upset some people or upset yourself.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
That does suck.
It's important to, you know, if you make promises to yourself, like, fulfill them. And then not only that, like, be honest with what you can achieve. And if you can achieve something, then, you know, do it. And then stop right before you know you're going to get burnt out.
Yeah. Know your limits.
Yeah, know your limits, exactly.